Now, Kenyan enterprises are spearheading moves to adopt a lot more climate-friendly practices in the operations. One restaurant operator in the country's capital has turned to a unique way of conserving the environment. Here's Daniel Arap Moi with the details.
This is Cafe Delhi, located in Nairobi's central business district. The cafe, which secured a $1 million capital expansion funding by South African financing company Grofin, operates like any other until you take a close look at its roof. The roof is entirely covered in solar panels that supply electricity to the business. Over 90 panels provide electricity to the business. Their energy capacity is 30 kilowatts, which is able to provide enough power to run the business.
Having the 90 plates and the 2 converters, on a single day we are able to use around, when we are consuming power, we are able to use around 25 kilowatts.
Continued power outages coupled with high electricity tariffs has pushed businesses like Cafe Delhi to turn to solar energy.
The solar system has helped me, especially during the day when there is enough solar. I can really optimize on the equipment and the appliances that I'm using.
The lack of power continues to slam the brakes on business growth, particularly across Africa. Obado is the proprietor of Cafe Delhi. The hotel chain entrepreneur has built one of Kenya's largest private business renewable energy eateries using Huawei technology.
We have a duty as the citizens of the world to try and make sure that the environment we live in, we make it better and try to also mitigate the effects of climate change. So yes, being environmentally friendly restaurant helps in that quest to make sure that we do not mess up with the environment the way it has been messed up so far.
With millions of businesses still unable to get access to the national grid, Huawei is quickly bridging the gap. Obado is optimistic that solar power will lower the cost of doing business and also lower carbon emissions. The United Nations Secretary General has appealed to countries to meet their climate targets and cut carbon emissions.
We also need a renewable energy revolution to drastically cut carbon emissions. All countries must boost their national climate ambition every year until we are on track.
The restaurant is also making better use of hyacinth, a fast-growing aquatic plant that has caused environmental damage in Africa. The business uses furniture woven out of dried leaves of water hyacinth.
This furniture is a good example of how passionate Obado is in embracing renewables as part of efforts to protect the environment.
I come from the western part of Kenya, and I've seen some of our people suffer from the effects of water hyacinth destroying the lake.
Africa is home to 60% of the best solar resources globally, but only 1% of solar PV capacity has been installed. According to the International Energy Agency, renewables, including solar, will account for over 80% of new power generation capacity in sub-Saharan Africa by 2030. Daniel Arap Moi, CGTN, Nairobi, Kenya.